And hello everybody, welcome back to episode number 115 of the CheckX series. If you're new here, as I say every day, the CheckX series is pretty much all about me, your host. I've been talking about everything Elon discusses and posts on X the day before. Today we're going to talk about what he posted about yesterday. He posted about 71 times, and we're going to talk about what he posted about yesterday on Friday, March 27th, 2026. He posted about 71 times, sorry, I said that again. But yeah, we're just going to get right into this episode, as we usually do, starting off with Tesla and electric vehicles, to not keep this intro rolling too long. Starting off this episode and this segment, Elon reposted a clip claiming Tesla FSD saved a school bus full of children, expressing frustration at the bus driver's performance and stating that more lives will be saved in an autonomous future. And also Elon commented on a personal experience where performance brakes and seats in his Model Y ended up on the floor, expressing irritation. Moving on, Elon also noted that the Cybertruck is quicker than a Porsche 911 and more powerful than a Ford Raptor, adding that it drives extremely well due to four-wheel steering. Last but not least for this segment, Elon reposted a sentiment describing Tesla as a once-in-a-generation tech company and the most exciting in the world. Moving on to SpaceX and Starlink. Starting off this segment, Elon celebrated reaching over 500 rocket landings following a Falcon 9 landing recently. Also, Elon mentioned the launch of 25 Starlink satellites, calling it the orbital march of the 10,000, and affirmed that Starlink Wi-Fi on airlines is actually that good. Moving on, Elon marveled at the fact that only 66 years passed between the first powered flight and the moon landing, which is pretty crazy. Last but not least, Elon discussed visiting Saturn, suggesting that an AI robotics economy could make needs free in the future, and also supported the idea of building mass drivers, and infrastructure on the moon using Starship construction vehicles. Moving on to artificial intelligence and AI, specifically a little bit about Grok as well. But moving on and starting off this segment, Elon predicted that AI will exceed all human intelligence in about 3 years, and admitted to having AI nightmares lately. Moving on, Elon also commented on leaked documents regarding Anthropic's new Mythos model, calling its potential cybersecurity risks seriously troubling and problematic. Moving on, Elon also agreed that a woke AI would be catastrophic to humanity and could potentially rebel if programmed with oppressive frameworks. Moving on, Elon also discussed the definition of artificial general intelligence, or AGI, whatever you want to call it, agreeing that true intelligence requires an AI to adapt to solve new problems without human-crafted task-specific harnesses. Last but not least for this segment, Elon announced that Grok Imagine, which is Grok's version of image generation specifically, updates are coming, claiming it will improve body movements and logo designs. Elon also, highlighted that Grok is resistant to persuasion. But we got to politics and governance. Starting off this segment, Elon commented, "Wow," on reports of declassified intelligence summary alleging a plot to route U.S. taxpayer dollars to Ukraine to President Biden's re-election campaign. Moving on, Elon also reposted content regarding Donald Trump's executive order to pay TSA agents using alternative funds, which some described as history-making. Moving on, Elon also reposted a montage of Democrats from the 1990s saying things he deemed based, and shared a quote about President Obama wanting to destroy Donald Trump. Last but not least, Elon supported claims that the Russia collusion plot, was a hoax, and expressed concern over a lack of accountability for figures like Mueller and Fauci. I'm not exactly how to pronounce that name. But moving on to immigration and welfare before we pretty much wrap up this episode already. Starting off this segment, just 3 things to talk about here. Elon reposted allegations by J.D. Vance that Ilhan Omar committed immigration fraud and supported a task force aimed at investigating such corruption. Moving on, he also commented on percentages of non-citizen households on welfare, specifically noting high rates for certain nationalities. Last but not least for the episode, he agreed that Democrats may be using waste and fraud to attract illegal immigrants to produce votes, and to produce votes and influence the census. And also supported the implementation of voter ID laws, mostly the Save America Act, most likely. But ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much wraps up episode number 115 of the CheckX series. You guys made it all to the end. Appreciate you guys for watching. Recommend dropping a like, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. Also recommend going back and watching some of the other recent CheckX episodes just to get a nice little sequence of events going for you, if you would like. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up episode number 115. I'll see you guys later.